some people said they wrote off Pakistan, the cricket team of Pakistan, and they said the only hope for Pakistan was to make the game of it for India in a big triumph. And then you can see that is the rating right now for the world ranking. So Imran Tahir is still number one of South Africa. It's funny because that's the ahead of Mohammed Nabi. Let's take a look at the other rankings of the countries. So we have the country rankings where Pakistan has moved from 8 to 6. There is another graphic of the country rankings. So after Monday's competition, after Sunday's final and Monday's final, they moved up to 6. They used to be number 2 at some point, but now they moved up from 8 to number 6 in the world rankings. We have for Ronaldo's best player. We also have that for as Andy Murray, number 1, and we have that for and now we have won the global 50 over title for the first time since 1992. That is how long we have been playing trophy. When we defeated England, that was back then in the final, and this is considered to be the biggest of the year. For now, it is the biggest upset because nobody saw Pakistan defeating the likes of Virat Kohli, who is one of the most popular cricketers in the world. He has had he's not playing good, and they start their tour next week. India starts their tour next week with Bangladesh, the same team that Pakistan defeated at this particular Trophy Finals Championship. It was Pakistan's biggest margin of victory ever against India in an ODI cricket, and them after since 2009. How far have they've managed to actually get a victory over India? Since 2006, actually, India has become a world power, taking the place of New Zealand, who still sits at the top of the world rankings, and South Africa doing international rankings between countries. Alright guys, that is the report for cricket, a special report coming to you from the best of sports as we bring you more stories from the world of sports around the world. We go through to cricket, we go through to baseball, we go through to basketball, we also go through to tennis, and that's exactly what we'll be looking at next time. Stay with us and enjoy the moment.
Is one of the youngest soccer leagues, but it's about now the richest. It's the Chinese Super League Soccer. And others display soccer skills in CLS highlights on DMS.
what a stunning shot. And Safarova up hard as well. No, she missed it. She's got a challenge. And let's see. No, it's wide. It is wide, so Safarova, having those set points, couldn't take them. Nice instinctive volley there from Safarova. It's stunning tennis. This match not only close on the scoreboard. The forehand is on. She has done it, saving the 2 match points. Safarova to take out the number 3 seed in Birmingham. Good afternoon from Birmingham and welcome. Sparkling start from Ashley Barty. She'll be delighted with that. Ashley Barty doesn't need to do too much. She breaks for a second consecutive game. But you can see how talented she is, not only as an athlete, but her timing skills, and that all transcended well. A lot of surfaces in tennis she has, but also, well, she was a terrific all-rounder. Brilliant moment, really great pace and backing off the forehand. Well, she's needed 6 of the last 7 games to earn herself the second set. Well, the big sigh from the crowd and pointing from he makes that. With a barrage of blistering forehands. That's the 8th seed in an hour of 51 minutes. Staying low, footwork. For the rally.
Very first round of the Eagle Championship, opening of the Queens. Rod it's also interesting to note that Joe Wilfred Songa is staying in shape after winning the French Open. So that was just one thing for me. Now, for the fact that the big guns are crashing out at the early stage, I don't think it's an excuse though. Yes, you would say that they are not putting in their best, but nevertheless, it's not an excuse, because if you're competing in any competition, the major objective is to win. And if you're losing out, then that means you didn't do something very well. Then that's just the problem. It means you didn't do it. I would say that the effort varies no matter what you do, no matter what you try and consider. If you're, they say it's the person that pays the more, or it is he that pays the piper that dictates the tone. So as far as you're the one who calls the shot, the club pays you much money, so you pay much attention to it than what you do in the national side. So talking about
who were the winners and losers from the first round of the
This match, not only on the scoreboard. Hit 2 drop shots in the game, won both those points. Silverkova. Oh, what a stunning shot. And Safarova applauds as well. No, she missed it. She's got a challenge. No, it's wide. It is wide, so Safarova, having no set points, couldn't take them. Forehand goes up to the net.
Definitely lots of interesting things are actually going on right there in Mallorca, right there in Spain. Some interesting female category winners and losers from the first round. First of all, Azarenka definitely pushing herself to get through to the next encounter.
yeah, that was the peak of the yesterday's games, I have to say, because if you consider the fact that Azarenka actually just returned from what I want to call the maternity leave and so many things, I'll say it was a fantastic way to come back. It's like saying you leave something. You can take the boy out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the boy. Or you can, soldier goes, soldier comes, the bar will always be there. So I think Azarenka just proved to the world that she still has that bite in her, but can she go all the way? That's the major question.
It's the real concern, because there are lots of actually, she'll be having more competition to go as time progresses, and she'll be also get herself into the women that's also coming up in a couple of weeks. So keeping herself fresh and winning this tournament is going to be a very huge task.
Yeah, very, very important task. If you look at the fact, I would rather consider a situation as similar to that of Sharapova, because she still has to work her way back to the top, work her way. So even if she succeeds in getting the wild card, then it's a plus for her. But nevertheless, I just want to say congratulations to Azarenka. And you know what? She won 2-1, two sets to 1.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a fantastic one.
It was, but if you win 2 sets to 1, it just shows that there's still a little bit of stoppiness in you. It shows that you were not completely dominant as I would have wanted you to.
Yeah, I mean, the most important thing is just to win, I would say. Because it's no matter how you win, no matter how long it stretches, but if you get the victory and you advance to the next round, that's just the most important thing, basically. It's all about win. That's the name of the game. I don't think you can find ties. That's why you have tiebreakers. Ties has to be broken. Basically, so it's very important for us to just observe that this lady has been out. How she has managed to achieve this victory is what's really marveling me and marveling her.
Another person that actually did great work for herself from yesterday in the WTA singles right there in the United Kingdom is Kristova. She was in dominant fashion against Brody, and she won.
Actually, no, I mean, it depends on the zero and a mind stage right now. Before she can be certified fit enough to play the tournament, then trust me, there must have been too many series of observations and check before she could actually get on. But it's really interesting, to see her get back.
Let's get into the male category right now. Talk about singles right there in championship, right here, right here in London, rather. And lots of interesting battles actually going on. Now, here is where it all gets very, very interesting. Let me give you a couple of the big names that have been dropped out of the tournament so far. Before that, we spoke about it, I think, the day before yesterday, about some of the big names that left the tournament on the opening day. Now, on the second day of the tournament, we've seen the likes of Joe Wilfred Songa out of the tournament, losing in 2 straight sets against his opponent. Another huge upset right there is
a fantastic player. Has actually made a mark for himself. At least is a name that you always know that this person always achieves or gets as far enough as possible. That's one thing I can observe about Gregory Dimitrov. So getting past his opponent and advancing to the next round just goes to show that he has a chance, particularly now that the big guys are no longer in the competition. The people who could actually prove a stumbling block to his challenge for the title. Now, I was very interested in the Berdych and Shapovalov game because I thought Shapovalov was going to do Shapovalov again. I mean, smash the ball into the eye of the umpire. Well, why would you kill yourself for when you
I don't know where he doesn't fight for anything anymore, and it's really, really baffling. This player that many would have expected to be doing great things, he has a lot of skill, but just does not have, the resilience and the fighting spirit to be a champion.
Well, lots of potential, but champions are actually cooked. They are baked. They pass through a rigorous process. You don't see a champion who gets it. You don't become a champion by getting something for free. You work for it, and you put in a lot of.
Let me give you a few of the names. First of all, some guy we just mentioned now is out. Djokovic is out of the Asian Championships, as mentioned. Now, Dominic Thiem also lost out yesterday to a very interesting opponent, an unseeded Netherlands international, talking about Hassi. Now, these are all major upsets that are actually coming down, and we're getting ready for the women.
I'll add the names that you didn't mention, the names like Andy Murray, the world number
Absolutely.
one, and also Stan Wawrinka and Milos Raonic. These guys are out. Remember, Milos Raonic actually got to the final, if I'm not mistaken, of the French Open, losing to Rafael Nadal in that particular one. So it's really sad to see that the big guys are getting out of this in the early stages. Andy Murray crashed out in round 1.
It's been a long time with that.
Round 1.
Wow, we did see that happen.
And then, it's really sad to see that.
We know that Murray needed this. He needs to get himself, back into the grass, courts that he did not do in a while. Most of the tournaments have had recently
the clay season.
Play. So now they're into grass, and it's the biggest one of them all, the Wimbledon. It's definitely one of the biggest tennis tournaments that we have right now. Djokovic is not here right now, but he's trying to get in, just to get himself prepared.
Same as Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. These guys realize exactly how exerting the clay court season has been.
But also these other guys you just spoke about, Rafael Nadal, for example, is taking time off until Wimbledon to get himself ready and fit, because he went all the way to the finals at
the French Open.
Yes, at the French Open. So what I'm asking is this.
For me, I'm the one who's going to play the game, so it's high time I get my mind, I pick up the pieces of my mindset, and I come down and I achieve big things. So that's just what I think Novak Djokovic should be doing right now. Andre Agassi inspired him, but then when he left, he crumbled in the first game that he played in the French Open, so crashed out. But talking about Roger Federer, I think this man is doing very well in 2017. 2016 was not as impressive as it could be. Rafael Nadal as well, king of kings.
Also, you've seen the likes of Lopez Berra, who's also been getting himself prepared to play. After the Wimbledon that's coming up in a few weeks, is going up against Chardy, the French international. That's definitely actually going on right there in the United Kingdom. Another interesting one I have to say in the women's category has to be this particular one. Conta.
Against. Oh my goodness. Again.
Well, yeah, she is. She's getting herself to the next round at Birmingham. But she'll be going up against Van de Wege, who is also, a United States international.
Yeah, against Coco Van der Wey, I would expect, the both of them met a couple of, I think, at the US Open, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think at the Australian Open, and it was Coco Van der Wey who had the better of Joanna Konta before she advanced to the semi-final, where she...
Right here in the world of tennis, everything I need to know, up to date, every single day. We'll be here tomorrow morning giving the results and what actually happened today. from the papers this morning. That is coming up right after this score this morning. Continues shortly.
Well, he's done it again. Kokonakis is not going away. There it is. What a finish. Jordan Thompson, the lucky loser from Sydney, dispatches the defending champion, the 5 times champion, the world number 1, Andy Murray.
Well played.
It's been an excellent tiebreak from Kokonakis, really. Well, he's done it again. Kokonakis is not going away.
Oh my word, what a fight!
Wow, what a way to clinch that first set. Fantastic improvisation.